All right, I've been sober for 15 years now. 15 years this summer. And quitting that stuff is the best decision I ever made in my life. Admittedly, I didn't drink for very long. Like, I waited till I was 21. But when I started, dang, I went hard. Partying every weekend. And it's kind of, looking back, it just seems so stupid because, like, my wife was in school. I was like an apprentice. At some point, I became a journeyman in that time, but still single income. And like there were times when, couldn't buy tires for a car or couldn't make the electric bill on time, but I'd spend $150 at the bar on the weekend. Like, that's pretty stupid. But that's beside the point. Anyway, it kind of got out of control, and I tend to go hard no matter what it is that I'm getting into. And so when you get into the wrong things and you have that kind of mentality, it can just be bad. So 15 years ago, had a moment where, my wife was not super happy with the way I was when I drank. Sometimes I was all right, but sometimes I was kind of an asshole, if I'm being honest. And one night I just went way too far with it, and I don't even know the things I said because I was drunk. But I hurt her enough that she took off, and when I woke up the next day, not really knowing what's going on, and I'm not going to get into the details. They're not that important for this conversation, but I was like, dang, I'm gonna lose everything over the bottle. This is stupid. And so I got a hold of the church that we'd kind of been going to a little bit, and they got me in contact with a good friend of mine now. His name is Jay Martin, and I kind of just spilled my guts to him, confessing the error of my ways, and I just stopped cold turkey. Now, if you struggle with alcohol, and you drink a lot, I would say that you need to probably get some like medical help with that, because there is a danger of just stopping cold turkey because of chemical imbalances and stuff. Like, it can lead to seizures and stuff. I don't want to scare you out of quitting, but because it is 1000% worth it. But just know that if you're hitting it real hard, you may need to get something to help you transition off. But anyway, I ended up not having problems. I feel like God just took this huge thing off my shoulders. And yeah, it did took a little bit for Allison and I to get back to good, but I just kept pursuing her and pursuing and let go of the alcohol, and it has been absolutely amazing. So, best decision of my life by far. With the exception of accepting Christ, that's pretty important. But yeah, if you're struggling with alcohol, I would just say the best thing you can do is quit. And it's going to be hard, but you got to find your why. And my why was, my parents divorced and my mom divorced several times, and I didn't want that to be me. I didn't want that for my life. And so that scared me when my wife had enough of my BS. And so I knew I needed to change. If I wanted my life to look like how I had pictured it, I needed to do some hard work, and did it. It was awesome. It wasn't awesome at the time, but it's awesome now. And 15 years without a single drink, and it's not even hard anymore, to be honest. Like, after that moment, it actually what hasn't been hard the whole time. If you find the right why, it's actually easy, and just gotta have a good support group, find some good friends. You don't need a lot. One good friend is enough, and dig into Jesus, and just let that stuff go. Now I've even got a bigger why, so it's kind of progressed over time. At that point, it was to like rebuild my life, basically. But now that I am a pharmacist and I work in a hospital, dude, I see patients that have just been drinking forever, and they've completely destroyed their liver. And when you see someone come in with acute decompensated liver failure due to alcohol, and they're bleeding out their eyeballs, bleeding out their ear holes, bleeding out every orifice of their body because their body can no longer produce the enzymes it needs to live, that's a pretty crappy way to die. And there's not a lot you can do for a patient that's in that condition, because their body just doesn't work anymore because of this poison. Alcohol is literally poison. It is so bad for you. So now my why is my wife, my faith. I've got kids now, so I don't want to turn into that asshole that I was before to my kids. And I want to be healthy. I want to be there for my wife when I'm old and still be like functional. I want to be there for my grandkids. I want to be there for my kids. And there's people that die young from alcohol. And it's just stupid to throw your life away for the bottle. So anyway, what's your why? Why do you want to quit? Why did you quit? How long have you been sober? Leave those in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. And we'll continue this conversation in the next episode.